Hi guys, I'm going to make this quick because this right here is a strong recommendation. This is an improvement over a previous iteration of this product, and it actually just saved one of my videos, and it's a good thing it did. Imagine if the public didn't get to see a Mark Bennett video. Oh, let's talk about it. Okay, so I am trying a new angle here in the Crisis Center. I kind of like it right now. Should I be over here? Rule of thirdsing so hard, as Casey would say, or maybe directly in the center. Directly in the center doesn't feel right. I think just a little bit off center, but not all the way rule of thirds. I like this. I like the way it looks. This is my Sony A6700. That is the glorious image coming out of the Sony ZV-E1. And this right here, this is my Nikon Z30. What they all have in common is they are cameras that I own that overheat from time to time, depending on the situation you put them in. I must say, the ZV-E1 and the A6700, they don't overheat on me in my regular day-to-day shooting. I can shoot 4K 24 on the ZV-E1 a long time. It hasn't overheated on me at all shooting in 4K 24 since the updates. And same thing with the A6700. Now, I generally don't plug in external monitors. If you plug in external monitors, you are going to heat up the camera more so. It's even more reason to have this. We will get back to this in a second. But the A6700 4K 60 also does really well. So where these cameras do poorly for me when it comes to overheating is when I am streaming from the USB-C. I stream 4K 30 from the USB-C. I just did a live stream, glorious, wonderful live stream that you all should have watched. And my ZV-E1 didn't overheat at all, and I had the A6700, and it did overheat. The difference was the ZV-E1 had this fan attached and the A6700 didn't. When I put this fan, because I have two of them, on the A6700, then the overheating stopped and I got to shoot. So basically I did an hour and 40-minute stream, not even the overheat warning light coming on the two cameras when I have this little fan attached. So if you are going to do webcam or streaming and you want to do 4K on the ZV-E1 A6700, get this little device. It is so great right here. So it is an improvement over the old one. This is the old one that had suction cups on the back right here, and this one has no suction cups on the back, but it has a little spring. Can you do that? Can you see that little spring right there? So you can just put this on your camera. It fits so nicely on all of my Sony cameras. Let's see if I can do this backwards. Can I do it backwards? Probably not. Look at that. Oh, it's so easy. You can put it on backwards. No problem at all. And it's also really great. Let me just power it on here. And I don't know if this is going to show up in the screen, but this little LCD right there, it has the fan speeds of 0, 1, 2. It tells you your battery life, and then it also tells you the temperature that is on the back of your camera, so you can start to see it heating up. So when your camera is going to get a really high temperature, then you're about to get that overheat warning light come on. When is that going to happen? 4K 120 on this A6700, 4K 120 on the ZV-E1. This does not compete with that. You are simply going to get the same run times of the 4K 120 on the ZV-E1 and the A6700. However, when it comes to 4K 60, the ZV-E1, I got an hour and 3 minutes with this. So 4K 60, hour and 3 minutes with this guy right here. 4K 60 with this one, it just kept going. It went for a couple of hours before I stopped the test. Now, with the Nikon Z30, this thing overheats after about an hour. After there's been some updates, so it's better than it used to be, but it overheats after about an hour when it's not plugged in to an external monitor. When I attached one of these fans, then it just ran continuously. Now, here's what I'm going to say. If you do have a Nikon Z30, the spring one doesn't fit in very well. So you'll either have to use an elastic band for that one. And in that case, I would just get the older one with the suction cup, because if you're going to use an elastic band anyway, the older one with the suction cup is a little bit thinner anyway, and it just does, how many times did I just say anyway? And it does the same thing for the cameras. And it's cheaper now because everybody wants the one that has a spring. The battery life lasts 85 minutes on mode 1 and 70 minutes on mode 2, but I actually plug it in to a USB-C power bank, and I just power it that way, so that way I don't ever have to worry about the battery if I am doing long streams. Now, it is no secret that I love Ulanzi. This here is a wonderful backpack. This was like $99 backpack for Ulanzi. It also has a quick release backpack clip on the back, which I love to go along with my quick release travel tripod. I am shooting this on a Ulanzi quick release video travel tripod. I just really like their stuff, and this fan has solved a big problem for me because I love the quality streaming with the A6700 and the ZV-E1, and I was having to jimmy up my own fan attached to my tripod because I did want to use that USB-C, the 4K 30, and you can't do that with basically any other camera, except now the A7C II, but I currently don't have that one. I wanted these ones to work, and I did know going in, buying both of these cameras, that they were prone to overheating in certain circumstances, like 4K 120 after long periods of time, and also with the 4K 30 streaming. But now this solves my 4K 30 streaming, and I can also use the 4K 60 a lot longer. So suffice it to say, Mark Bennett, sitting in a different area of his studio, strongly recommends the Ulanzi cooling fan. You can check on the website if your camera is compatible with this spring-loaded one, and if you don't see your camera listed there, I would suggest just getting the one with the suction cups and then putting an elastic band around it. I am just so happy that this is out right now because I love using the ZV-E1 and the A6700, that 4K 30 streaming straight from USB-C, and this one lets me do it indefinitely. And you know I love to yammer on and talk too much. So let me know down below if this is something you are interested in. If not, what are you interested in? We'll have a nice little discussion about it. Thanks to Ulanzi for sending this out for review, and more importantly, thank you for making this, and thank you for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.